how you made your transition. Well, you're still an actor, but how you were able to, you know, move over to behind the screen and stuff like that. Okay, that's enough.
Nah, the transition is a part of it. I think is divine intervention. So I have to give credit where credit's due. I've had some wonderful mentors in my life. Hilliard would be one of them. But you know, prior to that, I worked with some seasoned directors and actors, and you know, being on their set, asking questions, following them around, taking a notebook, just being curious. And that curiosity led to, forgive the name drop, I'm working on Great Debaters. Denzel Washington is kind of, don't go there. Working on Great Debaters, he sort of, you know, looks at me and he can see the curiosity, and he's like, man, bring a notebook every single day, pull up your chair next to mine, I'm going to teach you what I know. You know, he invites me to the editing bay. Next thing, I'm working with Gavin O'Connor on Warrior. I'm working with like Werner Herzog and Nick Cage, and I'm asking a lot of questions. And this is, you know, when I'm in high school, getting ready to graduate, and I'm asking myself, as well as my parents and everybody around me, what are you going to do next? You know, how are you going to make this a full-time career? And I always just loved making movies. So now fast forward, even, you know, now where I find myself with the project Brand New, or 5150 that we did with David Aiello and Giovanna Depo, there, as an actor, sometimes you sit back waiting for the phone to ring, and I have a problem with that. And I'm sure a lot of you do as well. For everybody who raised your hands, especially the actors in the room who identify as a filmmaker, I'm sure you've all had problems with waiting for the phone to ring. Because unfortunately, sometimes that phone doesn't ring for several months. And then you're like, well, what the fuck do I do? Especially if I love this thing. So you find yourself wanting to make projects and get your friends involved. And that's, you know, I'll just speak to Brand New because it's the most recent. I wanted to get my friends involved. I think my friends are talented. We've all been in the business since we were kids. You know, one of my buddies, Maestro, his name is Maestro. He's one of the most gifted individuals I know. He's been working since he was 4, and yet he's still fighting to impress casting directors and producers and studios. And it's like, well, why do we have to fight when we have all of the tools next to us? And so, you know, like, we wrote a script, he crafted the music, we went and got Chris Lofton, who's on Ballers right now. We put together a whole team. I just worked with Chad Coleman, and it was like, let's just do the work.